what's the big takeaway from this year's summit?
Sure. So we're really excited about three things. I think first of all has just been the growth in programmatic buying in the video ad ecosystem over the last 12 months. The second is really RTB and sort of all the server-to-server integrations that we're doing with our key customers, mostly DSPs and ad networks today. And then the third is mobile. I think we're close to 50% of our inventory globally is going to be mobile by the end of this year. And we just think mobile is such an important trend for the video ad category going forward.
So I know last year we had this panel, this session, there was some pushback from some premium publishers about RTB. Has that changed, or where do things stand, and who is in this new ecosystem?
Sure. Well, I think anybody who greatly benefits from an innovation not happening will dig in their heels, and that's not unique to advertising technology. But I think over time, most major traditional content owners in the display business have come to appreciate the value of RTB, and essentially the growth has been so much that they had to play along and find a way to work in that ecosystem. And we're going to see the same thing in video. Programmatic buying, RTB is here to stay. I think branded players will play on their own timelines, but it's going to be positive for everybody in the end, and we just got to find a way to make it work.
And what are the challenges around mobile? Because with the lack of cookies, and how have you been able to scale successfully in a technology that's not that easy?
Sure. Well, video has two huge advantages in mobile. One is that the creative ad format is the same as digital and it's the same as television, whereas mobile display, you have to create a separate ad unit just for that inventory. But secondly, a very small percentage of overall video ad spend is cookie targeted. I think less than 20%, could be as low as 10% across the entire industry. So video doesn't need cookies to work on iOS in order to scale in mobile. And so as a result, we're just very bullish on mobile as a category for video. And maybe the video ad unit might be the most scalable ad unit in digital because it doesn't have language issues, doesn't have formatting issues. It works in all these mediums really well. So we're excited.
So you guys are doing pretty well. I see the comScore reports. It seems like you're number one. I mean, we're number two after Google, but number one of the independent companies. How have you gotten so big, and what's happening, and where are you guys going?
Yeah, well, I think we've really benefited by just staying 100% focused on pre-roll and video advertising, where a lot of our competitive peers have tried to kind of go into ancillary businesses or focus on display or other things. And I think just having that exclusive focus on what has, fortunately for us, become the majority of the business has really helped our ability to continue to scale. And
what's next for you guys, and what's next for the industry? I guess RTB, but where are things going?
Yeah, I mean, almost everything I mentioned earlier are really our key focus areas going forward, but a lot of these things are a year or two old, so there's a lot, of additional work to be done. So on the ad platform side of our business, we have a lot of features and functionalities we're rolling out. On the RTB side, I would consider us kind of in phase 2, but there's 3 or 4 more phases to go to really have the robust solution we want the ecosystem to have. And mobile, I mean, we're so early, there's just a lot of problems to solve. So those are our focus areas going forward.
Enough bandwidth. So the first one, basically, what we're doing is it's based, the pre-roll itself, the production of video is still obviously based on the budget for TV.